So, Eddie, that is actually a great analogy.
Yeah.
That is actually a great analogy.
You just have more space for yourself. And then you know what happened? Well, it's not going to happen here, but like there's that one person who always gets on the plane at the very last minute, and you're just thinking, please don't be in the seat next to mine. Don't be in the seat next to mine. And then they walk past you, and it's like you felt like you just won the lottery.
I did. You know what?
Because you got rid of the last straggler. Because there's always that one person, right? Like you have that hope, and then it's like, okay, they're going to shut the plane door. Or even like the movie theater, the movie's about to start, and then that one person, you could just see them coming, the silhouette of them, and they're just making a beeline, and of course, somehow they're going to always find their way to be just perfectly right in front of you. Somehow.
Yeah, that's your nightmare.
Yeah.
Right? And it's, I think, this is so long since I've been to a movie theater, but you buy specific seats now, right?
Well, the last movie theater I was in is for indie movie. Yeah, you actually do buy specific seats. But back in the day, you just, it's like anything. You just buy the tickets and you just sit wherever. But
right.
You have specific seats now. But I mean, it's not really. If you're seeing like a late show, and there's a lot of open space, it's not really enforced. So I mean,
that would be hilarious though if there was only like 20 seats bought up in a 150 seat place.
Yeah.
And you decide there's one guy sits in front of you, so you move over, and then next thing you know, it's just like all the people surrounding you.
Yeah.
But you can kind of look when you buy a seat, right? So you can be in a different spot, like a little over.
Yeah.
Or
Well, now
whatever.
they always got those two seats kind of like in front where they're sort of by themselves. So you got like the main level. That's like for newer theaters. Like they're like two seats are by themselves. So there's really nobody.
But isn't that way up front? Like you're staring at like
right.
the screen
no,
is
no,
like.
No, it's just that perfect. It's a little up front, but not where you're right on top of the screen. So it's that perfect distance where, and you just kind of adjust to it, visually. But yeah, there's like two seats and they're almost like by themselves. So even if someone sits in front of you, it's almost like they have to sit like kind of way in front of you, and there's nobody really behind you. I mean, they're behind you, but not like right behind you because you're all by yourself. It's like you're on the concourse area. So if you can get those two seats, then it's a win-win.
I know we're going to have, and I don't even know if I told you. I kind of told you what was going to happen, but I don't know if you know this. May 13th, Scott Phillips, our film critic, is coming back.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
But at this point now, I think I can honestly say, and I'll tell him, I don't know if I'll ever go to a movie theater again. I mean,
well, why would anybody? I mean, seriously. I mean, it seems like an antiquated, with Netflix and streaming and all that stuff, and even YouTube. I mean, it's kind of like, okay, do you remember Montclair Bowl on Belmont near Harlem? It was just a big bowling alley. They obviously tore it down. Now it's all townhomes. But the point is, I've been in that place before. I've never bowled league there, but you could tell it's just from a bygone era where when people didn't have cell phones, you would go out physically on a Saturday night or Friday night and hang out there. Where now you don't need that anymore.
Oh no! I just want to be able to stop. I want to be able to stop the movie and masturbate at any point.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I love that option. Yeah. I don't do it all the time. I don't even do it that often. But I like the option of being able to go. You know what? It's time to rub one out. Yeah, I just got to do this. I got to do this right now.
Well, it's funny. There's no such thing as like a dirty, like an X-rated movie theater anymore, right? That doesn't exist anymore.
Ted,
right?
We have our porn machine on right next to us.
No, but remember, like
I'm looking at my porn machine right now.
No, but like back in the 70s or 80s. I mean, I've never been in one, but like remember?
Yeah, you've never been in one.
Remember the movie?
Me neither.
Remember the movie Boogie Nights? I think that was the whole concept of like, there's going to be a movie theater that shows these type of movies, and they were.
Here's the weird thing. Do you want to be in a room where it's just a bunch of dudes jacking off? I mean, that's what you're doing. I'm assuming a dirty theater, like an X-rated movie theater, right? Is just people sitting just far enough away, so that you don't care that they're doing the exact same thing you're doing, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I would be comfortable with somebody like arm's length away from my
because they're there for the same because the worst thing is they're there for the same reason you are.
Well, yeah, but I don't
none
want
of
to
it's good. None of it's good,
sir. That's my penis, not yours. That's I don't think I just that is the weirdest thing. I mean, that went on forever, and what are you doing when you? I mean, do you not even look? Was that a thing? Like when you're peeing, you don't look over at a guy's junk while he's taking a pee. If you were in a dirty theater, you didn't even look over to see what. I mean, you know what he's doing.
I mean, I wish there was. I mean, there has to be some in existence right now somewhere in the United States. I mean, I would want to go to one just for sociological purposes, just to see what type of clientele there are. And yes, I would judge them harshly. They would be judged, weighed, and measured harshly.
All right, so I have to look up. Are there still X-rated movie theaters?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like a regular movie. It's like an AMC theater, except they just play a lot of smut.
Just smut. Not a lot of smut. It'd be all smut.
24/7.
Yeah,
and not the softcore smut. We're talking about the hardcore smut.
It's X-rated. It's an X-rated theater, but yeah, I can't imagine that there is one anywhere on the planet anymore. I mean, maybe like the Ukraine or I don't know, like Bolivia or something.
Well, it's probably it's probably like a town that's still like in the 1950s or 60s, so they're just discovering it for the first time. And there's places that are
Wait,
like
I thought those were supposed to be wholesome towns, not towns filled with X-rated theaters.
No, but I'm saying just not just in the country, but in the world. There's probably like cities out there that like they haven't advanced. Like they're still in the 60s and 70s. So
that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
It'd be like, all right, Roger, the fellas are headed down to the X-rated movie theater, so you just go ahead and go over there and do whatever you do there. And he's like, okay, baby, yeah, thank you. And you clean the dishes? I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
It seems like a lot of process to just rub one out. I mean, it seems like there's just a lot of easier ways. To stimulate
Ted,
yourself.
It's called the porn machine.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's literally. Yeah, I mean, I would say I use that gag. That Simpsons thing. He's at 5. He's the top rated non-pornographic website. It's 5,285. Yeah, because I mean, it's just. I don't even know why you would need that.
Yeah.
Or
I guess Plan C would be the lingerie section of the Sears catalog, like in Point Break.
They don't have Sears
There's no
catalogs
Sears
anymore,
catalogs,
do
yeah.
they?
No, but just like say there's a Target, like the lingerie section, like if you just get desperate, right?
Well, even the swimsuit, that Sports Illustrated
swimsuit
swimsuit issue
yeah.
has like overweight, like they've decided to go with non-attractive,
Caitlyn Jenner.
I don't know, non-attractive
Yeah.
people. I don't know, non-super hot people.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I see that walking to work every day. I don't need to see that. If I want to see somebody in a swimsuit, I don't.
But I'm saying there's a cheap way to probably get some stimuli, versus actually going out of your way to,
No, too much. All right, we got some updates we got to do. Let's see. Oh, our buddy Mike Lang sent me an email over the weekend. He had a very productive weekend. He was at the Talladega 500 race. Excuse me. And if you remember Mike Lang, one beer grilling and another pint, please. If you're on Instagram or TikTok, he teamed up with Joey Logano, and he has a new cookbook out. Nice. It is called NASCAR Race Day Eats.
And Joey Logano's a big-time NASCAR star.
He's a
one of the top stars.
NASCAR star.
Yeah.
I think we talked about him. His son is like 9 or something in racing, or 12, and he wants him to race when he's like 14 or something. I don't know, whatever. And I got on Mike's Instagram account, and I said, "Is it food you have to eat while you're driving 200 miles an hour?" And he said, "Yes." So I don't know what you can eat at 200 miles an hour without choking to death, but yeah. So he's got that out. Also, you remember that we talked about Kristi Noem's the director of Homeland Security. Her purse was stolen.
They found the perpetrators.
They found the perpetrators.
2 of them,
and she has now said they are legal immigrants. She says she's pretty sure they're illegal immigrants. And I'm like, how would you even know that? I figured out why. They have Spanish names. That's what she immediately.
No. The funny thing when they did arrest, where they said we found the suspects, and then the first thing they said is they're illegal immigrants. That's the first thing. And she didn't say that. Like just the news story said that.
Oh yeah, no. She came out and said she was pretty sure. Now here's somebody. They have the people. They know who they are. If you've had someone, if you're part of Homeland Security and you've had someone for more than an hour, you know who they are. If Homeland Security is so fucked up that after an hour they don't know everything about the person who is sitting in whatever weird little room they have, that you have to be pretty sure about something, then that's a lie. It's just a lie.
Apparently, the main suspect, the one who actually took the purse, is a Chilean national.
Chilean sea bass?
Yeah.
I always wanted to try that.
It's good stuff, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
But supposedly is in the country allegedly illegally. We don't, obviously, I can't confirm or deny that. But let's just assume his stay in the United States.
How would you be able to confirm or deny that?
But let's assume his future in the United States is slim and none. Okay.
Well, let's see. Since they're deporting actual American citizens to El Salvador, I'm assuming.
Are they American citizens? I didn't hear that.
Yes, there are people. Yeah, they're just grabbing up people. But if they're doing that, then well, I mean, how is he going to last? Yeah, he's gone.
He snatched the wrong purse on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, Teddy, I want to play a game real fast, and it's a shame. Oh, you don't hear Mark right now, right? Mark is on his way to Florida, and he wasn't able to do the show tonight.
And he sent his deepest apologies.
He did. He sent his deepest apologies. He said he had some. Actually, he's leaving tomorrow. He has some errands to run. So I guess
long errands. Yeah. Wow.
Well, it's errands that if he took an hour and a half out of his life, he wouldn't be able to get them done.
Washing clothes, packing, making sure he has his proper identification.
Oh yeah. You have to have your real ID now, right?
Yeah, I'm actually doing that this week. I actually have to take a day off of work to drive down to Plano. Because it's the only place, as of right now, I can get an appointment. Everything else is grayed out. Everything else is blocked. You can't because you have to go online, with the Illinois DMV.
So you have to make an appointment
online. Yeah, you can't walk in anymore. You have to make an appointment online.
I can make an appointment. I can walk into Supercuts and get my hair cut, but I can't walk in and get a driver's license.
The only exception is I think there's a DMV on Clark Street that no appointments needed, but as you can imagine, it's like a 3-hour line out the door, so just plan on being there all day. So I'm not doing that, so I'd rather just get the appointment.
I had to do that during COVID.
Yeah.
I had to do that during COVID because my whatever it was going to my driver's license was going to expire,
right?
And I had to do an outside line. Yeah. All right, in the cold.
Yeah.
It rained a little bit. I was only there was only an underneath thing, whatever, and then literally as I got my license, the whole thing was just such a shit show. Within 3 days, maybe a week, they announced that everything was just going to be extended, and you had like another 6 or 9 months, and I was just like, I stood, and I had to stand 6 feet away from people.
Oh yeah,
remember that
that's
shit?
The worst, yeah.
When we were outside.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and people, people just losing their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what fear. But it's funny that's actually that whole COVID fiasco. That's what fear does to people. So that's actually really good because there's only really 2 emotions in the world with people. It's just fear and greed. I know it sounds like the Wolf of Wall Street or something, but yeah, it's just those are the 2 main emotions. And
what? There's tons of other emotions.
Yeah, but you just saw fear up close. People, opening windows. You have to have your mask on when you walk into the restaurant, but then when you can take it off when you sit down. Obviously, none of it's real.
Yeah, no, it got pretty weird
because the virus is microbacterial, and it can travel anywhere. So
hopefully we'll never worry about that again. All right, so we're gonna play a game called Word of the Day. Okay, and here's what I didn't know. I did not know. Okay, that basically I don't know, like every month, new words are added to the English language. Okay, and new definitions are added to words that already exist. And I was looking it up. Mm-hmm. There are some words that have like 15 or 18 completely different definitions. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I didn't know the extent of it.
And they're not even related.
Yeah.
They're barely related, if they're related at all. So you and Mark were going to play today, but now you get to be the only guy. And we're going to do this every week because it was crazy, the words.
Okay.
Absolutely crazy, okay? So every week we'll have either a new word that was added to the English language or a new definition to an existing word. And it is called New Word of the Day. So, ladies and gentlemen, our newest segment, New Word of the Day. Okay. And you guys can guess at home if you want to play. And then you can send me and say, yeah, I got it. And you guys are stupid. You should have known this. All right, Ted, today's word is a new definition for an existing word. The word is burger. Burger, like hamburger.
Yeah, like a hamburger.
But just burger.
Right.
Okay, so we all know a burger is a short term for a hamburger.
Yeah.
But that is not what this is. This is a brand new definition. Would you like to have any guess at all of what the newest definition for the word burger is?
Okay, I remember there used to be a word called the Burgermeister. Remember
Burgermeister, Meisterburger.
Yeah.
That was from the
Seinfeld.
Snowman.
Yeah, or whatever, yes.
Wait, no, wasn't that from Frosty the Snowman or something?
I just remember it being in a Seinfeld episode. He was like quoting he said the Burgermeister or something. I can't remember.
Oh, did
what
he?
The context was.
Maybe that's what it's from.
Yeah.
Snowman and Seinfeld, same thing.
I can't hazard to guess what it is, but my guess is just based on the word. If I'm using a different context,
it's going
to be something.
Nothing to do with food.
I'm guessing it's going to be something derogatory. That's my guess.
No, not really.
Okay,
not really.
Like he's a real burger.
Like a turd burger? You know what? That's not a bad guess.
Like ground beef. Like he's just all ground. He's just like he's.
That's
he.
That's actually a really good guess. And what's funny? I don't have the word in front of me. I should have all the definitions in case you guess one of them. Mm-hmm. But here's the newest definition for burger. This is within the last few weeks. It is now part of the English language. Burger is a person. Hold on. A person from Ghana who has migrated to Germany or somewhere else in Europe.
That's very specific.
This is the exact definition, the exact wording. A person from Ghana who has migrated to Germany or somewhere else in Europe. And then they gave a sentence. That guy over there is a burger.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so obscure.
Meaning that he went to Germany.
So
or somewhere else.
So what if the guy emigrated from South Sudan to Germany? That doesn't count. Yeah.
Nope. He's a cheeser.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe a turd burger. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
But just Ghana. Interesting.
Ghana. Just Ghana.
Yeah, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like some British expat was drunk one night and saw a Ghanan a local bar and said that guy's a real burger, and then it just
don't-
and then it just caught fire. I don't know.
I don't
Obviously,
get,
people are just making shit up as they go along.
Yeah.
We're all just making shit up.
dude. Honestly, I don't understand how it works. I don't understand this, but I thought some of the funny things were like new words, and I'm not giving any away.
Yeah.
I'm not giving any away, so I don't want anybody to be able to get them because I got a list coming up for the next coming weeks. But the things that were the funniest were the new definitions for words that absolutely exist in all ways.
Are they adding this to like Webster's dictionary, or are they adding it to like Wikipedia? Like, where do you how do you know it's official? Like, how do we know it's like official, not just some
you know
random
what?
dude on the internet making shit up?
No, it was one of those dictionary ones. It was either Webster's or
Dictionary.com or something.
Hiram something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it was one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So if you have some free time and you're sick of looking at porn on your phone or your computer, check out new words in the English language.
Okay.
And I'm telling you right now, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I want to give it away so bad next week, but I'm not going to do it.
out.
It is. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I'm going to check that out.
All right. I got to do this. This is the Real 3 Idiots podcast, and happy National Zipper Day. In 1913, the zipper as we know it was invented, and you probably know this, Ted, men have lived in fear ever since. Oh, you know exactly why.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, because they zip up their
up
their junk.
Or they leave it down in the most inopportune, like, you're at a business meeting and you forgot to zip up your fly.
But if you're wearing underwear,
yeah, of course,
and you zip your fly is unzipped, it's not like anybody's.
It's not a big
They're
deal.
not seeing your.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know it's not a big. Yeah, but
yeah, if they are seeing it, you're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and welcome to Penis Talk. Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, I got to do this. If you enjoy this episode, if you learned something today, please consider following the show, subscribing to your favorite podcast platform, or leaving a 5-star review. This helps the podcast more than I could say. This allows us to reach more and more people, and that would mean the world to us. Visit us at our website at voteforted.com. That's FORE, or just Google The Real 3 Idiots. Yeah, I love that. All right. You know what? Mark isn't here to sing.
Yeah, so I mean, there might be a lot of dead airtime, since
I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna pretend and just leave. Yeah, and just leave.
Mark, if you were here, what would you sing? Okay, see, that didn't work out.
Oh, you piece of garbage. All right, so I thought, you know what? I'm not gonna step on his.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna step on his thing.
Yeah,
right.
That's his gig. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna step on it.
And we're not talented enough to fill in for that slot, so we're just gonna have to bypass it and just come up with an end around and do something else to,
Well, I mean, we just won't have a song. It's no big deal. People are going to be upset.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll get a lot of angry phone calls, or a lot of angry emails and texts, but I'll just forward them right to Mark. Yeah, so he can get upset about it. But you do have a sponsor.
Yes.
For your tip.
I hope so.
What?
We're not doing this for free. We need sponsors.
Yeah. This is how we make the big bucks, Ted. Ted, today when we go out after this, you know what? Your straw is free today.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm paying for your straw.
The coaster's on me. The little coaster that your beer's going to sit on's on me, too.
Oh, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
So I'm at the golf course, and we have a new bartender, and she's talking about just drinking in general and going out. And I said, oh yeah. I said, it's weird. She goes, yeah, the people here do this and that. I go, I bet I have some quirks that people joke about because we complain about the people who come in. And she said she went out and she likes a coaster for her drinks or a napkin.
As do I.
Yeah,
and which is funny because we never. I mean, I love the place we go to. I'm not going to mention it, but we never actually
Howard
get
Street
that. I actually have to go up and physically get it myself, which is just weird. You would just think that by like I haven't bartended in years, but like if someone hired me right now as a server, first thing I do if I'm bringing someone a drink, bring them a coaster. Bring them a coaster.
So that's the weirdest thing.
And a water on the side without them asking.
Right.
Yeah.
So she said that whenever she's bartending,
yeah,
and she does it at the golf course and another place, the first thing she does is she grabs either a coaster, if we have coasters, or a cocktail napkin.
Yeah.
And she puts it in front of the people and says, "What do you guys want?"
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's actually
right.
very good. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, I don't like it when people don't do that.
Yeah.
And I said, I said every once in a while when you're at a place, they put it down and the table's wet or whatever, and it just starts sliding.
Yeah. Well, just because the condensation of the glass, depending on the glass, unless it's doesn't have that. Yeah. I mean, it's going to get that little moisture, and then then it's sliding around, and then you got to kind of avoid it. And you just have a coaster.
Yeah.
Because a bar napkin doesn't good because the bar napkin gets saturated too. Then it kind of breaks apart.
Yeah,
after
but
a while,
at
you know,
least
so
it keeps it.
At least
from
it's
moving.
something.
But it was
something.
so funny that she brought that up, and
Yeah.
I know you do that every time. The
Yeah.
girl comes, we get our drinks. You get up, you get 2 coasters.
Yeah, and it's not like an OCD thing. It's just like kind of like common sense. You know, it's not
just
like
something you do every time.
It's not like I'm checking. It's not like I'm checking the stove like 100 times to make sure it's turned off or something. You know, it's not like that weird shit. You know, so.
I don't know, man. I've never been in a place. No, I've been in a place with you with stoves. Yeah, we stayed in Airbnb. I don't remember you doing that, but then again, you're always the last one out of the house, and you're always late, and you always forget shit. So it could be that. I don't know. All right, so let's get your sponsor. Ted's Tips is brought to you by Bill Curry's Bowl-O-Rama and Bait Shop on Route 14, right next to the Animal Slaughtery in beautiful downtown Lubbock, Texas. Bill Curry's Bowl-O-Rama and Bait Shop has finally installed lights and has night bowling. Make sure you're there. When you're there, you try their new squirrel stew, now made with 100% real squirrel. And if you're heading out fishing after a rigorous round of bowling, Bill Curry's Bowl-O-Rama and Bait Shop offers the best minnows on the block. This weekend, if you are just getting out of jail, come on over to Bill Curry's Bowl-O-Rama and Bait Shop. We really need the business. I like that. I think they're kind of changing things up because I think last time it was a cheese shop. I think it was a Bowl-O-Rama and cheese shop. So the cheese, I guess the cheese didn't work.
Sundries?
Yeah. I don't know how.
Haberdashery?
I honestly, I don't know how things work anymore. All right. Ted, let's pretend like we're hearing a song. Oh, that was great, Mark. Thank you very much. And Ted, are you ready for your tip?
Well, I am now. Yes.
You have to be. Okay.
No
Ted,
choice.
we need some help. My wife and I just moved into a 55 and older community. 55 and over community, sorry. Am I really having trouble reading? It's been pretty great. Lots of activities and meeting a lot of people. We got into a group of 4 other couples, and they do a once-a-month hosting a dinner. It was great for the first 6 months. Now it's a huge pain in the ass. My wife and I are go-with-the-flow people. These other couples are picky, needy, and to be quite honest, they are slobs. We want out. How can we get out of this commitment and not be shunned? We play golf, pickleball, and all that other stuff with them. We just don't want any more dinner parties. Kyle and Sandra from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And then they added this. After I found your podcast, I started playing it for my wife when we were driving around, and she loves you guys.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
But in 6 months, she might not. They might want to dump us.
We're going to get ghosted again?
Well, and it could be, Ted, immediately after this tip.
Or maybe we might get breadcrumbed. I don't know. So, yeah, actually, it's funny, guys, we were just talking about condo buildings in Fort Lauderdale, but that's a whole nother topic. So hopefully you guys are stable out there and your HOA isn't killing you with special assessments due to the nature of...
Okay, they didn't mention condos or special assessments. They want to get out of having dinner parties with these people.
Okay, well, that's easy. That's actually easier than getting out of a condo, getting out of your condo commitment. Yeah, so, I mean, guys, I feel for you. I could be in a position like that one day, too. So, here's what I would do. I'm assuming these dinners
Ted,
are...
There is no way. You realize you would have to cook something. It's like a rotating
thing. Yeah, you go to their house. But is it the same, would it be like the same time every month?
I'm assuming it's the first Saturday of every month. Let's just go with that. Or second Tuesday of every month. You would have to actually cook something.
Yeah. So I couldn't do that.
So you would never,
Yeah.
So we can't just have an egg.
Yeah. So obviously you did it for 6 months, and now you have to somehow get out of it. I guess in hindsight, the best thing would have been if you knew what was going to happen, just never sign up for it all. But obviously that's water under the bridge. So here's what I would do.
So wait. So the woman who poisoned her husband. We talked
Which
about
one?
it. I think we talked. The one who wrote the book.
Oh yeah.
In hindsight, he could have just not married her.
Or in hindsight, when she tried to poison him the first time and he knew it, he could have just not ate anything or drank anything that she gave him.
That's true.
Because it's funny. He knew. He even said, he goes, yeah, she tried to poison me the first time.
Yeah.
And she just got him the second time. It's like if I set a mouse trap and I don't catch the mouse the first time, I'll just buy a bigger trap the second time and got the mouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
I mean, that's kind of. I'm saying the guy doesn't get to deserve.
There
to
might
get
have been
murdered.
some intense stupidity on his part.
But he could have just left the house. Just leave the house.
I'm eating out tonight, honey.
Yeah. Or if you stay in the house, obviously just have your own room with a double deadbolt on the door, and don't accept any food and drink from the woman. It's not that hard, So
And she got him. That sounds more like a prison.
And plus, she got him with a Moscow Mule. I mean, if someone gave you a Moscow Mule, I mean, Who the hell knows what's in that thing?
Just enough poison to kill you. All right, but sorry. Help Kyle and Sandra get away from this awful nightmare.
Okay, guys, I'd probably would just go to one more dinner just for appearance's sake, and then I would just kind of say in passing to all the couples that were there, "Hey guys, you could give yourself an intense case of food poisoning. Or actually, no. Here's a good thing to do. Here's what you should do. What's that drug that makes you vomit uncontrollably? Ipecath.
Oh yeah,
Ipecath? Yeah. So I guess if you wanted to just really, just go, just for dramatic effect, you could do two things. You could you give yourself Ipecath right before the dinner, and then when you eat it, vomit violently in front of all these other couples. They'll obviously be mortified, and then just say, well, just based on this, we can't attend this for a long while because we're too traumatized. That's number one.
Okay. Just hold on. I did not think you were going to have any good answer, but that really works because you just be like so. Number one, he's just not comfortable doing it. Number two, we're so embarrassed we can't do it. We'll hang out with you guys, but we don't ever want to eat in front of you again.
Yeah. Or like I said, if you don't want to put yourself, number one, they don't have to do it. So let's just say the husband wants to take one for the team. Ipecath, obviously I've never had it, but I mean it does induce vomiting. So let's say he takes that, he excuse himself to go to the bathroom.
I'm assuming there's going to be some side effects to this that you might want to go with not poisoning yourself or whatever.
Yeah, well, Ipecath, it's not really poisoning stuff. It's just inducing vomiting. So he can't stick his fingers down his throat at the dinner table, obviously. So
you have a non-violently vomiting.
Yeah. Okay. So I got two things. So obviously Ipecath is one. The second thing is this is a little bit dubious. I want you to bring one lone cockroach.
Oh God!
In a bag, and then release it onto the dinner table just as you're about to eat. And then obviously you're so freaked out that of course you can't finish your meal because there could be infestation in the kitchen. Could be dead rodents, rodent droppings. We don't know what's going on now, and just based on that, that's a non-starter.
So that is your real honest.
No, actually, my real honest answer. This is number 3. So this is the real one. The real one, you're just going to say you're going to go to one more round of these dinners that are obviously whether it's your house or their house, and you're just going to say this. You're going to say, "Hey, guys, we love these dinners, but unfortunately, me and my wife, we committed to a new activity that's outside the community on dinner night. So for the foreseeable future, not forever, which is going to be forever, but you're just going to say foreseeable future, we're not going to be able to attend these dinners because we have an off-site activity that just happens to coincide the night of those dinners."
What is it?
I don't.
Somebody's going to ask.
Make something up. Obviously, you're going to have the answer in advance. Like another pickleball league, a golf. You're in a golf simulator league. A golf simulator league that's off-site where it's about a 20-minute drive. It just happens to be that night.
So then every Tuesday, the first Tuesday of every month, you and your wife are going to have to get in the car and just drive away somewhere.
Well, because they're going to see you?
Yeah.
Well, maybe have
they're going to know.
Maybe have
I can see him right there. He's eating dinner. That son of a bitch is lying. That's exactly what they're going to say.
Well, it depends how close they are in the community. Sure, I guess they could potentially snoop on them. That's why. Why I think.
Are you thinking that that those people aren't snooping on each other? I'm assuming that at most 55 and over communities.
Well, they probably have a golf cart in their garage, and they're probably driving by the house, and they can see the lights around. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. I see them in the window.
Every single human being knows what every other single human being is doing.
Then I go the Ipecath route. You have no choice.
No. I think it's. I honestly, I think it's a great idea. But then you and your wife are going to have to go out for dinner every Tuesday, first Tuesday of every month, for a long period of time. Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, say just use it. Yeah, use it as date night. Use it as a night to just get away and just drive away. Since you have to go to someone's house anyway, maybe schedule a nice dinner somewhere that's off site, and then problem solved. Or like you said, you could just say, whatever the last dinner you ate, whatever, let's just say older people are creatures of habit, right? They cook the same things over and over. Just say, I found out my wife or husband, blah, 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 is allergic to this, and we can't eat this anymore. I don't want you guys to cook all new food on our behalf, so we're going to gracefully bow out of dinner night, so you don't have to rearrange the schedule or rearrange the menu just for me. Yeah, there's a lot of variations you can do. So
no, you know what, honestly, and again, I'm always surprised when you come up with a good idea. But that sounds terrible. But I think that's actually a really good idea. We unfortunately we didn't want to do this on this day, but at least for the next couple months, it looks like.
Yeah, just scheduling just not forever. Next couple of months, and then next couple of months turns into forever. Problem solved. Right? And because they're probably going to forget about you after a couple.
I don't want to
months,
get back into it. You guys are doing it. Yeah.
Hey, Roger, Eunice, Agnes, I'll see you at the pickleball court in the morning. I'll see you at the squash. I'll see you at the shuffleboard meet.
Shuffleboard
meet. Yes.
Shuffleboard and squash.
Yeah. I'll see you at the Zumba class. So, whatever it is.
No, I actually, you know what? I honestly, I really like that.
Yeah, because once you're out, there'll be some chatter among themselves, but then it'll die down after a while because people got their own lives to live. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Teddy. I don't want to. I know I made it sound like that, but that's genius.
Worst case scenario, start breeding cockroaches. And bring them over.
I think cockroaches and that kind of stuff and the Ipicap are literally the worst idea ever. Yeah, because there could be some serious repercussions in something.
Well, it's not like you're taking fentanyl or
what?
Why that would be serious repercussions. So
why would you take fentanyl?
Yeah, I'm sure you're talking about serious repercussions. No, I'm talking about serious repercussions.
Okay, all right.
I don't think Ipecac would kill you. I think Ipecac would just
but do you really want to puke all over the place? That seems like
how bad do you want to get out of it?
They seem like they really want to get out of it. They seem like they really want to get out of it.
Just take one for the team.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's. I love to ask our guests when they hear whatever ridiculous idea you come up with. I love to hear this. Let's see, Mickey, if you had to get out of dinner, would you rather say you had something else to do, or take some Ipecac, puke all over the place, and get out of it forever? Which one do you think would work better?
I think I would just make up the excuse and roll.
Okay. All right. And you know what? I almost would. I think I would also. But now that I'm thinking about it, how great of a story would it be for you to say, listen, I got out of this, you took a little of that, and you just projectile vomited all over somebody's house? I mean, that would be such a great story.
Just keep it limited to the dinner table. You don't want to ruin their nice upholstery.
Do you have a history of that, or is it just like this is the first time it ever happened?
Oh, wait a minute. You're saying, you know what? Mickey's throwing a wrench into this because now you might have to throw up a couple of times first before you. Oh, man. Yeah, Teddy, the Ipecac thing doesn't work because you'd have to have a history now. It wouldn't just be like a one-time thing.
Well, you could build up to it. You could titrate up to it. You could basically say you could excuse yourself from the dinner table due to violent stomach cramps, and then it just escalates into projectile vomiting or explosive diarrhea. Yeah. See, okay. There's a lot of ways to play. It doesn't have to just be all or nothing.
Okay. Yeah. So
you plant the seeds first. You plant the seeds first. Like I feel.
How much do you? I guess how much do you hate those people that you would give yourself explosive diarrhea and
or how good an actor are you?
All right. You know what? Let's change routes a little bit here. Mickey, I've been struggling to come up with the best introduction for this, and I know I'm not going to do this well. But if you've ever thought of doing the Running with the Bulls in Pamplona, Spain, and you wanted to try it without being trampled to death, gored with a bullhorn, or having your testicles ripped off, then our guest this week has made your dreams come true, because for the last 18 years, Mickey Hanning has put on San Fermin Nuevas Orleans, and it is as close as you can get to Running with the Bulls in America as humanly possible. Mickey, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I just wanted to say I can only promise two of those things because you might get your balls ripped off.
Oh, man.
True story.
So you're scared, and I'm guessing it is probably possible. I'm guessing if you mess with the wrong people, that could possibly happen. There's no way I can describe what is going to happen on July 12th of this year, but can you, in your expert, since you've been part of this for 19, this will be the 19th year, can you give us the short version of what will be happening on June 11th when you do the New Orleans Running of the Bulls?
So June 11th, the Friday, is a little kickoff party, but the big day is Saturday, and I'll give you like a quick, just bullet point. Wake up, have sangria. That's first thing, 6 o'clock or so. Show up to the venue. 6:30 in the morning is when we open the doors. Hang out for about an hour. Get blessed by our MC slash Pope, the Right Reverend Psych Ward. And then we release a couple of hundred roller derby girls or roller derby skaters now. We men, women, others, um, with wielding plastic wiffle ball bats, the big fat bats, and they will mow you down, and they are merciless.
Oh,
Okay,
So you
so
run around for about a mile, sweating your ass off because it's 90 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning in New Orleans in July.
wow.
Um, get back to the party, and fortunately, where we have the party is very, very well air conditioned, and that's when the real fun begins. Just the after party is kind of fun.
I can imagine.
okay, so to really, I mean, and if you want to YouTube this, if you type in "running of the bulls, New Orleans,"
I am going to do that.
okay, it's absolutely amazing. So you are going to have, or you've had, it was been mostly women in shorts, roller skates, tank tops with wiffle ball bats, skating through the streets of New Orleans, whacking people with wiffle ball bats.
Right, and don't forget the horns on their helmets. So they are very bullish.
This sounds like a guy's dream come true.
Okay, yeah. So let's go in the Wayback Machine. Okay, you have right around what 2002. You ran with the Bulls. You went to
Correct.
You went to Pamplona. Okay. And I read the little bio. It says you got a little liquored up and you made a statement, right? And you said that you were going to figure out a way to bring that to New Orleans. So now you've made that statement. How do you get the first one of these together, and how do you get people to actually do it?
Actually, the dream of this event came up the same year in 2007. So
Okay.
in '02, I had no idea this was just bucket list event. Went over there and slept in a park, pooped my pants, all kinds of fun stuff. Ran with the bulls, and then got the hell out. So I was in Pamplona for maybe 36 hours, and it was wild. You need to go with a better plan than I had in 2002. Let's just put it that way. So then you flash forward 2007. It's Mardi Gras day. My wife and I are out just walking around, and we ran into a friend of mine who had just run with the Bulls in 2006, and he was dressed in that fashion with the white pants, white shirt, pañuelo, the handkerchief, and the sash. And he and I were just kind of reliving our experiences, just talking about how fun it was, how surreal. And I don't like to use that word loosely, but that was one of those moments where I really felt like I was watching from above. So we shared this crazy memory, and that's when I clicked, and I said, "Why don't we do that here? We'll just, we'll wake up on the someday when they're doing it in Spain. We'll get a few of our friends together, let our wives, fashion some sort of bull, and they'll chase us through the streets, and then we'll go get drunk." And he looked at me like I was an idiot. Truly, he looked at me
Well,
like,
so far everything sounds really fun.
Yeah.
yeah, well, he wasn't exactly the most, I guess, gregarious in terms of that. So that part of the dream just kind of died with his, lack of interest. My wife was very interested. She was all for it. She thought it was a great idea. So Easter weekend, we were with another couple, and Dylan, who was the guy, Tracy, his girlfriend at the time. Dylan used to be a tour guide in Rome. So he a legal tour guide, by the way. He didn't have anything registered. He just went out and gathered a bunch of gringos and said, "Let me show you around Rome."
I've never heard of illegal tour guides. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. um,
As long as you have a
so yeah,
clipboard, everything's official.
when we told him, he was like, "Oh, we're doing that for sure." He had put on a lot of parties in Rome. He's a very, very creative guy in terms of parties. So how the roller derby girls came about is that his girlfriend Tracy was a fledgling. She had just joined the Big Easy roller derby team here in New Orleans. So she was the one who said, "Why don't we ask them if they want to participate?" And that's for me, when it really clicked, like that could be perfect. Just because we were gonna, the idea originally was like shopping carts or something silly that the wives, the girlfriends' wives could kind of fashion and make it look like a bull. But once she introduced the idea of the roller derby girls, that's when I said, man, this could be really, really cool. So that was how it all began back in 2007, and it was on a shoestring budget. Um, we found two bars in New Orleans that were open for 24 hours, so that we didn't have to ask them to come in early and do anything for us. We had another friend, Kurt, who was NOPD officer. He actually stayed up and made about 40 gallons of sangria. Um, and we had no idea, how many people were coming to this thing. It was really, we started this in 2007, which was the years of MySpace. Wasn't even Facebook days, right? So we had a MySpace page. So we put out our word of mouth with our friends, and then the Big Easy Roller Girls used whatever means they had back then for social media and put the word out. So no clue. We had no idea how many people would show up. I had an idea that said, if 50 people come, I think it would be a lot of success. It'd be a lot of fun. So,
So how many
yeah,
people
so we
showed up the first
So yeah,
first
so the
year?
first year we go into the bar, we set up, bought some t-shirts, maybe like 40 t-shirts, and that was going to be how we were going to generate any kind of income. Not that we were spending any money that year because we didn't get permits, we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It was just totally like, let's go see what we can get away with. So um, my wife and I cut out a stencil. We had a logo that we were like dabbing ink onto some bodas, so the leather wine bags, just a little anything we could put our logo on. We were just doing it very, very rudimentarily. So anyway, we're there for about an hour, and well, not even an hour. So we 6:30 we show up, we set up. About seven, three people walk in the door, and they're dressed up like they're supposed to be, and I didn't know them. And I was like, well, that's a good sign if there are three people I don't know, because I thought it was going to be just my buddies.
Right.
So we see three people, kind of don't know them, like no big deal. 7:30 comes around, there's 50 people in the bar. I'm like, dude, this is amazing. I can't believe we're going to pull this off. And my wife says, well, you haven't been outside yet, have you? And I was like,
Whoa.
no. So I walk outside, I throw open the door, and there's another 150 people standing out there.
Wow.
And this is the first time you've done this, and it's basically just MySpace and just kind of word of mouth stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Wow.
had 14 roller derby skaters and about 170 or so people.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit, man, this is incredible.
Okay, so now fast forward to last year, 2024. If you had 150 people the first time, how many people showed up last year?
Last year we estimated, so we go by what the police tell us because not everyone registers. People just come and crash the party, and
Right.
they don't get into the party unless they register, but they can go run.
So
We think there was about,
you just go by arrest records? Is that what you're talking about when you say the police?
yeah, pretty much. That's fair. Yeah, no, New Orleans is real. New Orleans is real good. Like we have put on so many events, and the NOPD is really good about estimating crowds. So we kind of rely on their numbers. Last year they said it was about 8,000,
Wow.
Wow.
about 8,000 people.
That's a good
So
amount.
that's not even the height. The height of it was around 2015, 2016. They estimated anywhere to around 15 to 18,000 people
Wow.
came out to our event that year.
Oh man. So okay. So you said you started with New Orleans roller girls. Do you guys have people that come from the roller derby roller girls or the roller people? Are they from outside New Orleans now? Are there people coming from all over the place?
They come from everywhere. We've had teams from Toronto come several times. We had a couple ladies that skated in Australia who were like coming through on a holiday, and they worked this into the event. So they're international roller bulls. We got roller bulls from, generally about 15 different states every year. It kind of changes. Some folks come and some folks, don't come back or can't come back. But yeah, the people come from all over the world too. So it's definitely got international exposure. And actually, I think the second year we did the event, it was on CNN headline news, and a buddy of mine sends me a message, an email from, he was overseas in the military, and he saw it on like the US CNN headline news. They had footage of it. So we've been getting international coverage for quite some time.
Wow, that is. I mean,
Yeah.
that is absolutely crazy.
This is a good example of what's that expression? If you build it, they will come.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I thought about when he was mentioning the genesis of your organization there. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is, and I'm assuming in New Orleans, and I don't want to have people go there and think this, but I'm assuming in New Orleans there's basically there's the list of things that you can't do in New Orleans would fit like on a Post-it note, right? I mean, New Orleans is pretty open as far as what they can do, what you can do there, right?
Yeah, in the streets, there's no open container law. You can't run around with bottles of beer or things like that. But a cup with sangria or a cup with beer in it's totally fine to walk around in New Orleans.
Oh man, that is crazy. Now Teddy and I were talking about this while we were getting set in the last couple of days, and I'm thinking there's probably a few guys that are really into being chased by the ladies. Is that accurate?
I don't.
Yeah,
Usually, are you?
I would say more than a few. Yeah.
So are you implying there's a fetish? There's a getting chased by hot chicks in shorts and roller skates and with a hat with horns. Would that be like a fetish?
Yeah. Do you have to kind of like calm some of the guys down? Kind of again, New Orleans, anything can happen, but you got to kind of calm some of the guys down to keep them from getting out of control.
Yeah, we actually invite the roller derby league referees. So they come out and they're dressed in their referee gear and they're kind of the crowd control, making sure that the girls are the skaters now because they're all kinds. But yeah, the referees are there to kind of make sure that the roller bulls are taken good care of and not harassed, because we've had some problems before. And we've had problems with roller bulls being overzealous, and we've been threatened to be sued several times
Yeah.
because people got hit a little harder than they were expecting to get hit.
That was my question. Do people have to sign like a waiver? Because I mean, let's face it. I mean, you got thousands of people. It's kind of chaotic. There's a lot of alcohol. There's some women. There's some guys there who got some hidden agenda. Perhaps. I mean, we could see how this could spiral out of control pretty easily. So, I mean, do people have to sign waivers? Because I mean, you don't want that coming back to you if How does that
Yeah,
work?
so as I mentioned, it's not a confined event. We don't have it contained.
Right.
So of the people who actually, we do have a waiver when people register for the event. So if they want to come to the party, they get in, they sign their stuff, and they register. But the 80% of people who don't register, there's no waiver. But you pretty much know what you're getting yourself into here in New Orleans with this event by now. So if you come out, you're all dressed up, and you get hit, and you complain, sorry, that's on you.
Okay, so there's got to be people that are just literally just walking around. They have no idea what is happening. They are not part of this. They're walking around. They stumble into this. They have no idea what's happening. What are their reactions when you see these people? What are their reactions when they see all this?
Typically, well, so I don't usually get to talk to them that year, but they're usually at the event registered the following year because they walk out. We've had multiple people say we were in town for a conference, and we were getting up to go to the event on a Saturday, and we at 9 o'clock, and we saw all these crazy people all dressed in white and red. So we followed them, and we went and saw your party, and we needed to know what's going on. So. That's what I don't know if you guys are familiar. There's another event in New Orleans called the Tales of the Cocktail. It's one of the biggest cocktail events in the world, and it's been in New Orleans for quite some time. And Wayne Curtis, who's a writer for the Atlantic Monthly, he's a big cocktail guy. He walked out of a bar in 2008 and saw the event. Like, he was out all night long. He walked out of a bar and saw this going on, and then that's how we ended up getting an article written in the Atlantic Monthly, which was insane for us.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh my God,
that is awesome. Well, now in 2025 with social media, you probably have no problem getting the word out about your event. Since there's so many mediums. MySpace has long since fallen by the wayside. With YouTube, Instagram.
How about kick-ass podcasts that go out across the world?
There you go.
The 10 people who listen to this are going to hear about it.
All 10 of them. Okay, so you guys do all this, but there's actually more to this, right? You guys donate to a couple of charities. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, because there's a little bit something else that's going on here, right?
Yeah, so when this started, as I mentioned, it was never the intention to become what it's become. It was really just a means for us to kind of fuck around on a Saturday in July.
Yeah,
Um,
nothing wrong with that.
but when we saw that it was really something that more people wanted to do, they were coming in from out of town, and they said, "Well, we're going to be here for this thing on Saturday. What else is going on?" So we decided, all right, let's have a kind of this opening party on Friday night, just to welcome everybody, have some food, hang out, sell some merchandise, right? What it was make about, it's all about the money. Um, that's when we started having to register things, by the way, and it's not free anymore. Anyway,
No,
so
you can't do that
so
for
we
free.
added the Friday night event, and then the following year we decided to have a Sunday closing event that was going to be a little literary themed, like kind of going with that Hemingway vibe. That has evolved into a burlesque show, a burlesque brunch on Sunday. So anyway, we started doing inviting some charities to come out on Saturday, set up tents and do their thing. When we started to charge the registrations, we had some extra money at the end, so we were donating to Animal Rescue of New Orleans, which is a no-kill shelter. And then we were with Big Easy Animal Rescue, a similar small venue. And then my buddy and I were big bike riders, and we had a team for it was Team Nola Bulls, and we'd get out there, and we had about 50 riders, and we'd do all these charity rides. And in 2014, my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so when we went through that, we actually found out a couple of days before the event, which was kind of crappy, but. Uh, we decided to start a charity in her honor. She's fine. She went through everything fine, and
That's good.
I don't mean to suggest otherwise, but we decided to use something with that ability to raise money for charities, and we created a charity called Beth's Friends Forever. My wife's name is Beth, so it's Beth's Friends Forever. So we've been donating solely to them for the last couple of years now.
That is,
That's good.
I
That's
mean,
great.
yeah, I mean, obviously, glad your wife is better, but
Yeah.
it's really neat that you're able to use something that you have to do, and then you're able to raise those funds and everything. That is just such a cool thing that how things change over time, right? I mean, it
Right.
wasn't part of the deal, but that is a really cool thing. All right. So let me say this because I want to make sure everybody knows this. If you go to nolabulls.com, NOLA bulls.com, you can get tickets, sign up for this thing, right? It's a couple weeks, and I think it'll open, right?
I'm working like that's what I've been doing the last week is trying to get the ticketing all ready. I hope to have it up by the end of the week or weekend anyway. So yeah, we'll be able to take your money starting
There you go.
pretty soon.
All right, and that's awesome, man. Okay, so here's how it runs. It runs July 11th through the 13th. The actual day of the running, the rolling of the bulls is the 12th. But you can go there. You can donate. If say you can't make it, you just want to you know what you want to throw some money out at a good charity.
Yeah, I think
You
it's a
can
great
donate
idea.
there, but they also have some really cool swag. The stuff that you guys have on your website is awesome. I love the T-shirts and all the different things that are all set up to make you look like you were. I guess what's the deal? It's a white shirt with red pants, that kind of thing.
White shirts, white pants,
White
and then
shirt.
you have your red sash and the red bandana.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I mean, and you can do all of that stuff, and it's just such a really cool thing. I got to tell you, if I'm anywhere down there, it just seems like a rockin' party that is just set up in such a fun, neat way. And this is year 19, right?
A19, that's right.
Yeah, that's a pretty successful business.
That I mean,
Any business
that
that
really
lasts
is. And
19
again,
years.
if you go to YouTube and you watch, there are so many people that have gone to that event and have done YouTube videos and all this stuff, and they talk about it, and you see it. It is absolutely stone cold.
Yeah, no, I was
awesome.
just going to say, probably with the influence, I'm sure there's a lot of influencers down there too. So they're probably got their little GoPros and they're filming everything. So there's more for free publicity for you in addition to your social media presence as well. So yeah,
Yeah, we don't ever have like our own actual video teams out there.
yeah,
All the video that we use is it comes from
hmm
from people, news sources that come out and they want to shoot for us, or they have a new travel magazine or something
yeah,
like that. They'll
that's
go do.
great.
We were on one of the videos on YouTube is from Ripley's Believe It or Not,
Yeah,
which was a lot of fun. They came down and did some cool stuff.
that's great.
That is really awesome, and I think you guys are in the top 10. There's a list of festivals, like the coolest, most unique festivals. You guys are in the top 10 of the coolest, most unique festivals. Ready for this? In the world. It was pretty amazing. I'm not talking about like Coachella and all that kind of shit where, you're doing all that stuff, but really cool, unique things. I looked through this. There is not a single person that had anything other to say than it was one of the best experiences I ever had. And if you don't do it, you're going to be sorry you didn't do it. Think about that. That's a pretty cool thing for people to say.
It is, man. It's a lot of work. But when I show up on Saturday and I see those people, the same people every year that come back, and they're so excited to see us, that really kind of just re-energizes me every year. Makes it much more fun.
All right, Mickey, thank you so much for being on the show. We wish you all the best on year 19. And I'll be 100% honest with you. If I can find a way to get down there, if I can drag these guys with me, I will get down there. And I will try not to be creepy guy who is trying as hard as he can to get hit by girls with wiffle ball bats. Yeah.
I won't hold it against you if you are that guy.
All right, Mickey, thank you so much. Good luck with everything. And we'll keep plugging it and making sure that people know that you got this going on. And I hope this year is the best year you've had.
Thank you, you three idiots.
Thank you. Enjoy your summer.
Mickey.
Take care.
All right,
Thank
take care.
you so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ciao.
man. How much fun is that?
So,
Come on, think about that.
No, it looks. I mean, so the funny, what's stopping us from like organizing? Not like that per se, but just something. Here's the bottom line: if there's alcohol and there's hot chicks, and does it really matter what the event is? And you
Teddy,
just have.
here, I'll tell you exactly what's stopping us from
how many
doing
people
that.
are going to? I mean,
New Orleans.
yeah,
I wasn't messing around with him
Yeah.
when I said it.
It's true.
I think, he's talking about, remember he's talked about the first 2 bars he found were bars that were open 24 hours a day.
Yeah, sure.
You have to be in a certain spot,
Yeah.
right? In a certain place with a certain party mentality for this to work.
You know what I was thinking about? Okay, do you remember Woodstock back in was that 68 Woodstock?
Did that happen once?
So, yeah. So, but the funny thing is, where they wanted to hold a venue, I might be misquoting, but wherever they wanted to hold a venue, they couldn't. So I think they just rented some dude's farm in Woodstock, like upstate New York. That's where they held Woodstock, and that turned out to be one of the most popular, iconic things of all time. And it's obviously thousands of people. But yeah,
but
Woodstock
it only happened once, though, right?
It was just one time. But what's the other thing? That Burning Man. What's that Burning Man thing?
Yeah, but you're talking about. But
You're in the middle of the desert, right?
But that's the difference. You're talking about millions of dollars, and bands and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He literally had this idea with his friend.
Yeah.
And his one friend didn't want to do it. You heard him say it.
Yeah, but
his one friend is like, yeah, he's not very creative. He's not very fun.
But that's the funny. That's why you shouldn't necessarily listen to your friends, because let's just say you have a good friend and they mean well.
I never listen to you. So just
Right,
so
I know that, but the point is, your friends will kill your dreams. Like when you say, "Hey, I want to do this," and they'll say that's a terrible idea, and then you might not want it. You might not do it because they're scared to do it, or it's outside their comfort zone. So even though he's bouncing his idea off his friend, he still did it despite his friend. Because, like anything, if you listen to certain people, they're a Debbie Downer about everything, right? They're scared of everything. Everything might not work out. Don't do that. Don't take any risks. Yeah, so,
Well,
you know
Ted,
what I mean?
Ted, we know that, right? We started our first show, the one that doesn't exist anymore,
Yes.
right? It was with Stan, and Stan was like, hey, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm not allowed. It's not going to
No,
work.
but I'm saying before we started this podcast, we talked about it. We obviously we didn't
did.
start it in a vacuum. I think we were in a hotel room somewhere after being stuck.
Stop. Do not. We were not in a hotel room somewhere.
Not in the same. I mean,
We were not in a hotel room somewhere. Every time we've talked about this, we were fully clothed. Okay, pants on. Okay, hands above the covers.
Oh no, I was going to say we were sleeping head to toe at the time, so it was okay.
yeah. No, but I you know what? Honestly, there's a lot of similarities between what Mickey's doing with his friends and what we did, right?
Yeah.
Where you and I did this, and we had John, we had different people doing this, right? Mark, and then those people who kind of believed in it, and those people who didn't, and they just kind of.
But the point was, there's a lot of people out there. I think the big picture takeaway is a lot of people talk about things that they want to do, and this is a good piece of advice for everybody out there. They talk about things that they want to do or they desire to do, but they just either won't do it or can't do it because for whatever reason. And yeah, so he did something. Let's just say it didn't work out. He'd still be fine, right? But it happened to be, seems like a pretty successful operation that's been going on 20 years now. He's making a lot of people happy. And I guarantee you there's people out there, they probably have their calendars circled for those days, that year, and they're looking forward to that. And
Dude,
if he didn't come up with that idea, they wouldn't be, right?
If this was
Yeah.
anywhere, honestly, this is what I could guarantee. If this was anywhere that we could drive to, like we did with the hot sauce and the
if it was within like a 3 hour,
anywhere,
yeah,
I guarantee this. If there's anywhere we could drive to,
for sure,
would absolutely be there.
Oh, I would definitely take a day off to drive down. Yeah, but obviously New Orleans is a little bit of a process that from where we are. Yeah,
So I mean, we got to make a thing out of it. And then here's the wild part is as I'm reading about this, a while back, a couple months ago, as I'm kind of getting ideas for different things. The thing that really impressed me was, or not impressed me, but the thing that jumped out to me was when his wife got ill, that they used this thing with all these people to raise money for different charities. And it's almost like that aha moment, right? Where all of a sudden you're just like, it's like we're doing this fun thing, and now we have a chance to actually help. We have to do this fun thing and actually help people. I mean, is there a better combination?
Well, what he was able to do was monetize it, but not even to his benefit, but just to the benefit of others. So so that's why it's good. And what I forgot to ask him, like I don't know what the admission is. I was going to ask him what the actual admission. I'm sure I can go to the website.
You can go to the website that NOLABulls.com.
I'm sure it's a nominal amount. I'm sure it's nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy at all. Nothing crazy at all. Because, like you said, 80% of the people don't even register. But I will tell you this: if you get a chance to go to NOLABulls.com and you got an extra $15-$20,
donate it.
The T-shirts, buy the T-shirt. The proceeds go to
No Kill Shelter,
and the
breast cancer awareness,
thing.
yeah, sure.
But the T-shirts are really kick ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
It's really neat, and I'm just thinking, you know what? I think I'm done buying like any kind of T-shirt that doesn't do something like really cool.
Well, we have enough guests on this show who have their own merchandise, so there's really no reason to ever buy a T-shirt that isn't affiliated with a guest on the show, right?
I know.
Hot sauce.
I got to get a mustard. I got to get a mustard thing.
Museum.
I just got to do it.
Yeah.
And
that mustard color is pretty cool. So.
I do. You know what? And I love my Spam shirt. I
love that shirt.
I wear that all the time. People are just like, why do you have a Spam shirt? I'm like,
My daughter wears that Spam shirt all the time. It says a Korean barbecue on the back. She loves that thing.
Isn't it? Is that the craziest thing ever?
Iowa sweatpants and Spam shirt. That's her wardrobe.
No, we're not going to get into that. We might get into that when Mark is here, but we cannot get into the Iowa sweatpants. All right, Teddy, we're going to go on the Wayback Machine. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you remember this, but it was almost 10 years ago. I don't know if you remember this thing. Kim Kardashian, you remember when she was robbed in the Paris Hotel?
I do.
Okay.
She was actually tied up.
She was bound and gagged.
Yeah, bound and gagged.
Gagged.
Which actually she probably prefers most of the time, just not under those circumstances.
And unfortunately not left for dead.
Yeah.
But almost 10 years ago, Kim Kardashian was robbed of nearly $9 million in jewelry.
Who the hell has? I mean, think about it. $9 million of jewelry just in her, and this is a hotel room. This isn't like even her house. This is like, so she brought $9 million worth of jewelry to a hotel room. Yeah, of course she's gonna be a target.
Ted, can I just say this? I still to this day say all of this was
you think it was staged?
The whole thing was staged.
Yeah, you know what I think? I always think about
whole thing.
Every time I hear the words leaked sex tape. It's obviously leaked on purpose, right? There's no such thing as a leaked sex tape. They did it on purpose, and then they pretend, they feign like, oh my God, this is terrible. But yeah, I mean, they want that to happen. Like you said, any publicity, celebrities say this all the time. Any publicity is good publicity. Like right now, we're mentioning Kim Kardashian. That's a win for her, right? Even though we're small potatoes,
I guess.
Yeah. Anytime she's in the news, and because it's funny, I actually saw an article recently because they were reflecting on the people who did it. They got caught.
Oh, I got this. You ready? So there's 10 thieves, and they've been in jail for a while, but their trial starts today. Today was their first day of their trial.
After 10 years of pre-trial.
Well, I mean, they did it 10 years ago. I don't know how long they've been in jail. Okay, but they're on trial today. But here's some weird stuff. I did not know any of this.
Right.
Okay. So number one, they have been in jail. Number two, one of the guys, seems impossible. He already admitted he did it, and in 2001, he wrote a book about it.
Okay.
You ready? The book is called I Sequestered Kim Kardashian.
That's also innocent.
Right. Oh my God, that is exactly
Sounds
what I thought.
Sounds so harmless.
So this is what happened. This is allegedly what happened. I still think it's bullshit, but they tied her up, they gagged her, and they robbed her.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he leave out some stuff? Doesn't sequestered juries are sequestered, right?
Yeah, sequestered is the wrong
term.
term.
The government says, okay, listen, guys, I don't want you to go home today. I want you to figure out if this guy's innocent or guilty. So we're gonna keep you overnight and everything.
Yeah, sequester means they're almost like
you,
quarantining them so they can't hear anything from the outside world. They're in their own little bubble.
Right, but when you hear a jury is sequestered, at no point are they tied up.
Yeah.
Are they gagged and then robbed? So it's what a bullshit thing to happen. What a bullshit thing to say.
Right,
I sequestered her.
But the point is they do have actually people on facing criminal charges. So obviously I'm guessing she didn't stage it, for publicity, right? I mean,
okay. So here's
so that's the question.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Okay, and she didn't necessarily, right, because they do have these guys. So unless they do that Jesse Smollett, he paid me to do it thing, right? Yeah. Okay, which
that's happened before,
right? So I don't think that's going to happen because I don't think she was part of it. This is what actually happened. She said she did an interview yesterday. It was a Monday. Today's Tuesday. She did an interview on Monday. I think it was Monday or Friday about this whole thing, and she said she guessed the reason that she was robbed was that she posted online the day of the robbery that she was in the hotel, that her bodyguard was out with her sister, and that she had millions of dollars of jewelry on that day, along with dozens of pictures that she shared, and she believes the robbers saw all of that.
That's a distinct possibility.
Okay.
or a probability.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was on Friday, and she had talked about it. Somebody interviewed and she talked about it. You ready? The day after that interview where she said that all this happened, this is what she posted online. That she was going to Maui during the trial, so telling everybody where she was, and she just bought a brand new $5 million bracelet to help her forget about the whole thing. I mean, I don't know. She's just literally making it easy for me to rob her.
Didn't that happen? Remember Antoine Walker, the player for the Boston Celtics? I don't know if he was from Chicago, but I think he was in Chicago, and he's another one. He had like $200,000 worth of jewelry on him. He's at some nightclub somewhere, and I'm sure he's flaunting everything. And,
I think he was just in a really bad part of Chicago where he grew up.
Yeah,
he's in the West Side.
Right.
And he walked around with all the jewelry.
Yeah, of course.
And some guys were like, "I don't give a shit who you are."
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
take you.
Exactly. Because I mean, people think like, "Oh, I'm a celebrity, everybody loves me." It's like, no, they don't. They're number one, they're jealous. Maybe they're jealous of you, and number one, you got a lot of really nice shit on you that I want, and I want that shit. That's what they're thinking. Like, they don't care if you can dunk a basketball or So.
You know what's funny? I honestly, if I was super famous, I would want to have all that stuff, but I would make it all fake. Yeah. I would have like the best $1,000 fake of $100,000
cubic zirconium, lab grown diamonds, or about this. Let's just say you love, number one, I'm not a jewelry aficionado, but if I was, let's just say I would keep it in a safe deposit box off site, away from my house, and then if I went to like some black tie event or fundraiser, that's when I would wear it. I mean, obviously, what would I wear as a man? A Rolex watch.
When is that event?
Never.
Can you just post online when that event is, so I know where you are and what you're wearing?
Yeah, I'll let you know. So I'll give you the code to my garage so you can get in there.
I don't want the code to your garage, Ted. I want the code to what you are wearing that day, where you will be, and if your bodyguard is there.
So here's the funny thing, an analogy to what you were saying. Locally in Glenview, I guess some random couple, got robbed in front of their house. Like these three guys pulled up in like a Jaguar SUV, and with handguns drawn, and they had because they had the Ring doorbell from their house that was videotaping it, and I guess they're pointing a gun, and then so the guy's like taking off his coat.
Hold on a second.
In Glenview,
are you saying that the robbers were in a Jaguar?
Yeah, they escaped. Obviously, it's probably a stolen Jaguar SUV.
What the? Okay.
I'm guessing.
I was just going to say, if my robbers, if you're a robber in a Porsche or a Jaguar and you're coming to rob me, you're robbing the wrong guy.
But here's the funny.
I don't have a Porsche or a
but
Jaguar.
here's the funny thing. So obviously I
I
don't
have
know
a nice Honda.
Yeah, I don't know the details, but so the Ring doorbell picks it up, and the couple they're like standing on their porch, and the robbers they don't really approach them. They're kind of like on the sidewalk in the grassy area, but you can see the guy clearly has a
Grassy
handgun.
knoll?
Yeah, and his face is covered, and so I guess the guy he's taking off his jacket, and he's throwing everything at the robber guy, because he can get close to him. But it turns out I guess this woman, they said $60,000 worth of jewelry was stolen in that robbery. So I'm assuming these guys must have known some. I mean, who wears $60,000 worth of jewelry?
Shit.
Yeah, because what they said, because they actually mentioned in the article what they got away with, $60,000 worth of jewelry.
Yeah.
Well, here's a
I
common.
don't buy it.
But here's a
Sorry.
common robbery. People who get followed home from casinos, like you win something big at a casino. This is actually pretty not uncommon. And then people are watching you. They're there for the sole purpose to see who wins big.
Oh yeah.
You cash in your chips. They're following you. I think some guy, and I don't know what state it was, but yeah, some dude followed him like 60 miles. 60 miles he followed him home. Number one, if somebody followed me 60 miles, wouldn't you just know you're being followed at some point? I mean, you'd have to be pretty oblivious to know.
Hold on a second.
60 miles.
Hold on a second. You just came back from winning. How much money did he have?
Let's just say $10,000. I mean, it wasn't like life-changing money, but yeah, let's say. But to someone who has no money and you got $10,000 and you want that money, that's everything to you. Because people have killed each other for $5.
You're probably on a high. Are you really? You
Right.
got the music turned up, right? You got 10 G's in your pocket.
Yeah.
You're probably not thinking
he had-
some Jaguar's
he had-
following me.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. But 60 miles, you figure that's at least an hour plus drive. You would think, and plus he's probably driving through a deserted stretch at some point. It's not all like, so you would just think like if you see the same car, especially in your neighborhood, you turn into your neighborhood and this is like 2 a.m. now, and there's a car it just happens to be a car right behind you at 2 a.m.
How much have I been? Hold on,
private
hold on.
cul-de-sac.
I'm going to ask you one simple question.
Okay.
Number one, and only one question. Okay. Not even number one. The only question: how much have I been drinking? Because
Yeah.
if I've had a fair amount to drink, I'm probably not paying attention to anything other than what I'm going to do with that $10,000.
That brings me to my next point,
Oh God.
which is my new favorite fetish. I'm going to be honest with you. So I know some guys' fetishes are being hit by chicks on rollerblades with wiffle ball bats.
Ted, a lot of people are listening to this right now, just so you know.
So I wouldn't say it's a fetish, but it helps me sleep. So my old fetish was turning on YouTube golf tip videos of the most boring British guy I could find, giving the most obscure tips.
Where is this going?
So my new one is airport freakouts. That's my new one.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All
People
right.
who get drunk and belligerent in airports because their flight was canceled, and then it just escalates where they argue with the attendant behind like the Spirit Airlines counter. They call
Spirit Airlines.
They call security. Security calls the local police department, and they just cannot, under any circumstances, calm down, and it just escalates to the point where they're handcuffed and then just taken out. It's hilarious.
Well, I mean, how many when we're flying, and we don't fly that often.
Yeah.
How many times do we see somebody just drinking? I mean, we have a couple of drinks before we get on the plane, but how many times have we seen people hitting it pretty hard with some pretty hardcore drinks?
Right. We actually saw that. Actually, when we went to Arizona, we were at the bar. I don't know what time it was. I think it was like earlier in the day. I can't remember what our time our flight
like
was.
2 or 3
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah, there's some guy like sitting adjacent to us. I think he ordered like 6 shots of tequila, and then he ordered like a tequila something with like 4 shots of tequila in it. So I mean, that's like 8 shots,
Yeah.
and that's just one order.
Yeah. Thankfully, he didn't. Yeah. He was.
I mean, I haven't seen anyone freak up at the airport, but it's just funny. Like, okay, I understand having a few drinks, but it's just funny to me. Like people, they get so upset, they just can't take it down. It just escalates and escalates, and they're screaming at the top of their lungs for like 20 minutes straight. And the police are there. So how insanely crazy do you have to be? Because wouldn't you just think, okay, the cop showed up, I'm going to be on my best behavior now. I'm just going to stop.
Yeah, but I think it's like instant asshole just at alcohol. I mean, the thing is that I could see doing that at like a restaurant.
Yeah.
But when you're on like federal property, you're really
and here's what
making it tough.
It happens the same way every time. They'll say this. They ask them to leave like 20 times. Like, please leave the airport. Your flight's been canceled. You're not getting on a plane. You're not getting a refund. We can rebook you, but right now you have to leave. And they say, no, I have to get on this plane now. There is no plane. The plane is gone, bro. The plane gone.
See your plane outside the window? I don't see anything.
And then they say this. They say you're trespassed. So once they say you're trespassed, you can't be in the airport any longer. So they say if you don't leave right now, you're under arrest. And of course, predictably, 9 out of 10.
What's the next thing they say? Your ass kicked. What? your ass kicked. You're going to get your. By the way, whatever happens right here where people can see, we are going to take you down to the basement of the airport, and we are going to kick your ass.
Well, it's unfortunate that can't happen anymore, but but it's just hilarious because they all got the body cam. All the police have the body cam, footage, and it's just funny watching these people just lose their mind.
I say bullshit to that. Okay,
right.
so we got to do this before we're done. Okay, I saw this. You know who Dolph Lundgren is, right?
Yeah, of course. He's from Rocky 3.
Right.
The Replacements. Yeah, famous actor.
He was in The Replacements?
Not The Replacements.
I know the one
Expendables.
with all the old guys.
Expendables. Yeah.
Expendable 10. Very expendable.
Exactly.
I don't know what it is. Okay. So he is 67 years old.
Yeah, he is.
And he sat down with Fox News to discuss the keys to a long-lasting marriage. He just did this.
Isn't his new wife like 25?
Oh, hold on, Ted. Hold on. He's been married to the same woman, I didn't know if you know this, since 2023.
That's amazing. Well, the funny thing, he actually had cancer. I didn't know this. He beat cancer.
He did.
And she's probably thinking, oh, he beat cancer. Then, well, I guess I'm going to have to wait for that inheritance after all.
Whoops, darn it. Yeah. Okay, so way back in 2023, May 2023, he married his 29-year-old personal trainer.
Makes sense. Yeah, they spent a lot of QT together.
Okay. And so with his new wife, he decided he wanted to share the keys to a long-lasting marriage. Because, he's been married now for almost 2 years.
Who's he sharing it with?
Yeah, well, all the people at Fox News.
Okay.
So I'm sure, I don't know who listened to Jesse Waters. Yeah. Donald Trump, I'm sure. Yeah, all these people, right? So he said this is his keys, to a long-lasting marriage. Number one, he gives his new wife 10 hugs a day. 10 hugs a day minimum, starting right when he wakes up to let her know how much he loves her. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I bet that's got to be a lot of fun.
Well, especially, I'm guessing with a 40-year age gap, my guess to the keys to a happy marriage is having a 7-figure bank account.
Ted, no. No, that's not.
I'm sorry.
He didn't talk about that at all.
Oh, of course not.
None of that.
That must have been implied. Okay.
Ted, number one, 10 hugs a day starting the time he wakes up.
Is that like 99 bottles of beer on the wall, except it's hugs? Oh, okay.
You know what? For me, it's 99 bottles of beer on the wall. For him, it's 10 hugs. Second, respect. He says it's important to respect your wife.
Or trust the process, right? One or the other, right?
I don't even understand where that's coming from. No, listen, these are keys to a man who's been married for almost 2 years to a 29-year-old personal trainer. We should pay attention to this. Okay? And number three, he said the third thing, and it's one of the most important things, is he says, don't be away from the love of your life for long periods of time because that is bad.
What might happen if you are away for like
this is what I'm guessing. Okay. This is what I'm guessing. He didn't say that if you're away from your 29-year-old wife for long periods of time, that it's going to give her time to think about leaving and never coming back, right? You're gone. She just leaves. She's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be with 67-year-old Dolph Lundgren.
It's going to give her time to decide if she wants to be with a 31-year-old male personal trainer.
Yes. Where someone who's not as old as her grandfather. Yeah, that's what it is.
Don't get me wrong, Dolph Lundgren, he still looks pretty good. He's Dolph Lundgren, but yeah. Well, Belichick's 76 and his girlfriend's 24. So and
he had the exact same things.
Yeah,
he said number one, 10 hugs. He said number two, respect. He said number three, don't leave her alone for a long period of time because she's going to bang someone else. Those are his exact words. That was Bill Belichick's exact words. I'm just thinking, this is so weird because he was married before.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. He's 67. I don't know who he was married to. I have no idea.
He was married for about 12 years, but I'm assuming that the 10 hugs, the respect, and the don't be away for long periods of time didn't work when she was the same age because basically his previous wife was basically the same age as him. It only works. These keys are only when you have a 40-year gap.
And the main key is have at least $20 million in your bank account, and then you can do it, and then you can make up all the bullshit you want.
Hold on. Let me write this down. And 40 million.
$40 million.
So she can do whatever she wants.
And then just sprinkle magic fairy dust on everything else and call it, pretend it's real. Okay, got it. Yep. All right, next.
So we're gonna reverse this up. We're gonna do this. Number one, $40 million.
Yeah, $40 million.
Number two, the respect thing.
Yeah.
Number three,
Okay.
the hugs.
Yeah.
And number four, don't be away for
Yeah.
too long.
Yeah.
But the first and foremost, the number one thing, $40 million.
Right.
Okay, got it.
So if I worked at a hot dog stand, not there's anything wrong with that, and I did all those things, I wonder if I'd have a successful,
Ted, you would not.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would absolutely
Yeah.
not do that. Hold on. Oof. Damn it. Somewhere in here is don't worry about it. We're all good. Teddy, last thoughts it.
Oh, wow. Well, I enjoyed that episode with, what's his name?
Mickey
Henning. Yeah. So, I mean, that's something I wouldn't mind attending one day just for informational purposes,
Come on. It's just nonstop drinking. What do you say? You start drinking at 6 a.m.?
Well, I mean, the winning formula is this: you start drinking at 6 a.m. and there's hot chicks on rollerblades, and then and after that, who cares, right? And then there's a party after that. So I mean,
And then stuff.
yeah, then stuff, and then nobody cares about the stuff in between. So
Yeah.
that's the winning formula. Yeah.
That sounds like a winning formula.
Right.
All right. So, Ted, that is your key to a long-lasting, happy relationship. Start drinking at 6 a.m.
And 10 hugs at some point. Yes.
And then the 10 hugs, the $40 million.
Exactly. $40 million.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
First $40 million, then we'll worry about the hugs later. Okay.
Yeah, $40 million. Start drinking at 6 a.m., the 10 hugs.
Yeah.
Respect. What was that other crap? Yeah, respect
Yeah.
crap. Yeah, that's all that kind of shit. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. Listen, when I found out about this running with the Bulls in New Orleans thing, it was just the greatest thing ever. Mickey was awesome. He's this is kind of exactly what I figured it was, and it was better than that. So it's really cool. Make sure if you go, you visit NOLABulls.com, NOLA Bulls.com. Get tickets. If you're not going to get a ticket, buy a T-shirt, buy a hat, buy some other cool stuff. If you're around there, you have to go check this out. It just seems so much fun. And you know what? If you're not donating anything, if you haven't donated any money this year to anything, throw $20 at him. You can donate right there. Throw $20 at him. You know it's going to go to a good cause.
Zell him, PayPal him, whatever you got to do.
Whatever it is,
yeah.
you know it's going to be a good cause. And if you feel like you got to get something out of it, buy a T-shirt, buy a hat. Yeah. You're still donating, and you get something cool out of it. I'll remind everybody that movie critic Scott Phillips, who was with us a while back, right? He was awesome. He's going to be joining us May 13th to talk summer blockbusters, and I am super stoked because I'm looking. Oh, go ahead.
And remind everybody what's the app he uses to review movies that you like.
Son of a bitch. That is not the app. The app is not son of a bitch. Oh, damn it, Ted.
That's okay. We'll get to it later.
Oh man.
But that was a very handy app.
It was very handy, and it's not called Handy App either. Oh, son of a bitch! I hate you.
We'll figure it out.
It's you know what? After a while, you have a couple of drinks, and it's really hard to see your phone. Like it is really hard to see your phone. Well, somewhere in there is that thing. Ted screwed me.
We'll find it.
Yeah. We'll figure it out for next time. But yeah, it's the cool app. I'm going to remind you of this. There are two movies I'm looking forward to that we're going to talk about. Okay. Number one, Mission Impossible 12, The Quest for the Golden Wheelchair. I think that one, to me, is going to be fantastic.
Oh, by the way, Tom Cruise, I guess they're making a big deal. He's dating that something de Armas woman, some Hispanic.
Anna de Armas?
Anna, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She was in one of the
was she in one of those movies?
Bond movies.
Okay.
The James Bond movie with Daniel Craig.
Right. Yeah.
Ted, I will tell you right now, if who's the girl I'm thinking of? Who's Wonder Woman?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes,
Gal Gadot, yeah.
If she's number one, Gal Gadot's number one. She still is number one. Anna de Armas is it's like a 1A minus 1.
Well, I hope she likes Scientology.
Oh God, that means she's so weird, dude. She is absolutely drop dead beautiful, and she is very athletic too. And she was beating the shit out of people.
And Tom Cruise, he's like 60, he's like 63, 64, right? He's no spring chicken anymore.
He knows how to love a woman.
He's going to give her 10 hugs.
$400 million. He's going to
give her 10 hugs. She's going to get 12 hugs.
Yeah. So how much better is he than Dolph Lundgren? $4 billion. Yes. 12 hugs, right? And never let you out of my sight because, because that works for me. Yeah. And what's the other movie I want to see? And this is what I want to talk to you about. Fast and Furious 14. Vin Diesel is playing all the characters, even the cars. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I really, I really worked that in there.
He's driving a Studebaker, slow speed chase.
Wouldn't that be great?
What was the?
Hold on a second. Wouldn't it be great if they get to like 20 and they're all real old? And they're just like, that's right. And then they just get in, and it's a car that's not even moving.
Yeah.
People are just running.
What's the car that's discontinued? The Packard. Remember the Packard? It's like, they're all driving the Yugo. They're driving Yugos and Packards. All the cars that have been discontinued. Yeah,
that would be so.
They're driving a Fiat.
Oh my God! Is that, sir? Are you driving a DeLorean? That's right.
Chevy Chevette.
I saw a souped up Chevy Chevette once with racing stripes and an engine out of the hood. For anybody who knows what a Chevy Chevette is,
Yeah.
I literally saw like a raised up blower engine in a Chevy Chevette.
That's pretty cool.
It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. All right. Listen, it's a shame Mark wasn't here, but hopefully he'll be here next week. And if not, we'll just replace him. You think he'll listen all the way to the end to hear me say that?
Oh.
Yeah, I was just dying to say that just so he would freak out. You know he's going to listen, and then tomorrow he's going to send me a text, a really mean text. Yeah, it's going to do it. Keep listening. Keep enjoying. Check out all the cool stuff that we do, and we will see everybody next week.